shoot it straight up like this. Are we live? Starts now. Welcome to the best show in the universe. I'm TL Miller. This is Josh Renner. Conductor extraordinaire. Ex-Marine cop fired for killing armed man. I had to change the headline because my original headline was very salacious, and it was like
because nothing else in this show is salacious.
Well, it's just like everything I hate about news, you know. And I was like, I totally did that thing that I hate. I hate myself. NBA Warriors app gets severe technical foul. Netflix somehow gets more chill. U.S. government set to slaughter a bunch of rad horses again. And in Cirque de Politique, Hillary losing health battle by a landslide. Trump asks A-list quack to rig physical. Latinos for Trump founder sells out Latinos. ISIS leader disappointed by lack of virgins in afterlife. Four Loko hits China. It's just inherently funny thinking of a bunch of square Chinese people drinking hella Four Loko, turning up. Not to say all Chinese people are inherently square. Don't comedy shame me. Polar bears punk Russian scientists. Lots of stuff today.
A lot where it's chock full.
Chock full. I almost started reading my notes as headline, so you know things are pretty hectic today. We have a great show for you today. Special guest, Century Got Bars, is going to be in the studio. And, of course, your favorite, an appearance and a reading from Madame Fortuna. We have somebody who has expressed interest in calling in and getting a reading from Madame Fortuna. Sadly, I won't be here for that.
Yes.
Yes.
And I watched a movie.
He did watch a movie, and it was forced, but not by me.
No.
Yeah, it was.
We'll talk more about that later.
Yes, I don't want to spoil it, but it's relative.
Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, YouTube.
Beat, bop, boop, bop.
Oh god. Oh, radio too.
Oh yeah, radio. We paid so much attention to. I wonder, do we know how many people are listening to the radio thing?
I don't know. I can find that.
Yeah, we should probably find that out. It's probably people that we don't know that are just random, that are like our biggest fans.
Listen to it all the time.
Like somebody in Brussels.
She's like, oh shit, it's 6. Everyone shut up.
Whoa, shut the fuck up.
I gotta get out here with TL Miller.
Wait, Josh's segment's on?
That's them running to it, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And for our big fans, he just ran away because you can't see it.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the-
Oh, yeah, for the radio
Yeah.
fans. Yeah.
For our biggest fans.
Well, and that's what my buddy was saying. That's what Gabe was saying, who helps me with downloading all the music and stuff and some of the production elements. He's just like, you should probably do like explain more of what's going on for the radio. And I was like, oh yeah, it's a radio show. Shit. I'm just so visual, like,
Oh yeah.
just
We like to think of ourselves as television stars.
yeah, TV stars, definitely. Well, starlet, I mean, let's
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, you will take it on the break. So we're gonna open it up with a little bit of a song by Dark Throne, Transylvanian Hunger. And now, the current of events. Yeah.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Set. Current events.
Hello, horse is dead! Coronavirus!
Hillary's fainting like a... like a presidential candidate. So, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette originally had reported a story about a former Marine cop who got fired for not killing a suicidal man. So, Hannock County, West Virginia, recently the officer broke silence about this event. And, so basically, guy shows up on the scene, typical suicide by cop situation. This is what Officer Mader was talking about. That was the officer who was involved in the incident. One of the officers shows up on the scene. Guy is totally suicidal, waving a gun around, freaking out.
Yeah, and then Mader said in the interview, I told him, put down the gun, and he's like, just shoot me. And I told him, I'm not going to shoot you, brother. Then he starts flicking his wrist to get me to react to it, And this guy, this dude has a gun, and he's like, hey, hey, and the dude's like still keeping calm, and he's like, I thought, and then he goes on to say, I thought I was going to be able to talk to him and de-escalate it. I knew it was suicide by cop. So, this guy is like, hey, an ex-Marine.
Yeah.
Ex-Marine. He said that part of his training in the Marines, they're taught how to look at the whole person to figure out if they're a terrorist or not. So he checked this dude out. Looked at him. Studied him visually.
Yeah, and basically,
I was just like, he's just like a dude having some problems. Need some help. He's in a bad spot.
Well, yeah. I mean, and in addition to that, the guy happens to be black, so of course, guns, cops, black people, it instantly gets politicized, and I think this kind of really trivializing the seriousness of cops that are actually involved in different race-related shootings or allegedly race-related shootings. And so he's trying to de-escalate the situation. He's trying to calm it down. 2 other officers arrive on the scene, shoot the guy dead. The officer was then put on administrative leave, pending an investigation.
Yes. Police chief of what was the place?
Hannock County, West Virginia.
Hannock. The Hannock police chief,
Good old
Rob
Hannock
Alexander, told Stephen Mater, the officer, you put 2 other officers in danger. And that he was let go because he failed to eliminate a threat.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this when we were writing the story, and I see it. I see it as, hey man, you're waving a gun, you're threatening to kill cops, like you're kind of begging to be shot. Let's all not be super surprised when you get shot. Now, I'm stoked on Officer Mater, obviously.
Yeah, that guy's a boss.
He really is.
That guy's a boss.
And I mean,
because and then another quote from him. Look, I didn't shoot him because he said just shoot me. I mean, we have people who are being like, don't shoot me, and they're getting shot.
Yeah.
This guy was like, shoot me, and this guy was like, nah, man, like we can talk this through.
Yeah.
So
basically, we just need 400,000 more cops like this guy,
yeah,
and then we're good. But yeah, so I'm kind of on the fence on that one. It's like at the same time. Yeah, I mean, the other officers show up on the scene. Guy has a gun. It happened to be unloaded. Nobody knew that at the time. But it did happen to be unloaded. But at the same time, yes, that does put those other officers in
they
danger.
don't know. They see
showed
a
up and got
gun,
shot.
Even the dude who did it said that he thought the other officers were justified in what they did.
Yeah.
Which, the dude was waving around a gun,
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, if we had more cops like this dude,
Well, yeah, but what's happening is the left and the right obviously are taking the story and totally just circusing it, where the right wingers the Fox Newsers, and that the Fox and Friends, they're kind of like, he didn't do his job, and I'm not quoting anything. I mean, I'm just
that's a general feeling.
Yeah, sentiment that I'm feeling, from just snippets of different stories that I've read from the right and the left. And then of course on the extreme left, people wanting to saint this guy and then villainizing the other 2 cops that showed up. And it's like, can we just fucking exercise reason, please?
Yeah.
The
other 2 cops,
human deaths,
the other 2 cops, they did their job. They did what was expected of them.
Yeah.
But I want, I'd like to hold our police officers to a higher standard,
Yeah.
And in several other countries, they would have de-escalated the situation. They're
they
taught.
don't even have guns.
Well, no, well, not only that, but they're taught to de-escalate situations. Like
Right.
cops in America are taught how to break down doors, how to
how to drive a tank into a preschool.
yeah. There's no calmness. The dude was like, before I told him put down the gun quote, he was like, I decided to use my calm voice, so this dude just walks up to a dude with a gun, and he's just like, hey man, put down the gun. Whereas any other cop's like, put down your gun, put down, bam, which is fine,
Calm the fuck down!
He had a gun, they could have been, their lives could have been at risk, but still, these people have the power of protecting us, and they have other people's lives in their hands. So I like to see more of this type of mater guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, just exercising restraint, and a little bit of compassion and understanding.
And also, he came from a Marine background, so he was like in the thick of it.
Yeah, like literally in the shit.
Yeah.
When he's like, hey, try being in a country where hella people want to kill you.
Yeah, like, oh, what? Just one dude waving around a gun? Like, dude, that is nothing to me.
I know, he like just putting in a dip, like just talking to him, hey, man.
Yeah, put down the gun, man.
Let's just calm it. So, NBA Warriors app ends up getting a severe technical foul. Here's technically foul Josh Renner.
Yes, here's technically deficient Josh Rennert, who now has multiple jobs and doesn't have enough time for Tyler's bullshit. So let me read off the story from this page.
Oh my.
No, basically, the Golden State Warriors Android app has been constantly listening, like it's just constantly listening to the phone using the phone's audio. And what is it? It uses it's part of this beaconing technology where it's like it's on the phone all the time, and then if it's listened to and records all audio within range, and if it like picks up something like a specific sound, then it knows that the user is like in a specific location, so it can like use that to be like, oh hey, like go buy like whatever. But still, like it was also just recording random sounds, conversations that people were having, You expect this from like, the NSA Android app.
Yeah.
But like Golden State Warriors, kind of random,
Well,
that's how they get you.
Well, I mean, and this is just another example of the ever encroaching, encroachment of technology and how invasive it is. And I mean, we were looking up stories to read, and I was just like, damn, that's like the real spyware right there. Like that's like actual spyware. And then so you think that, and you think about this is just what's coming out. How many other apps? It's just like, dude, I don't want people listening to the weird stuff that I masturbate to. Like, that's just embarrassing.
Yeah, and then
it's gonna start selling me all these weird products. It's like, what, horse mane and tail? Like what?
At the time of the Ars Technica article writing, there is 500,000 to 1 million users or downloads. So yeah, they're listening into it. Quite a bit of people. But and then like a lawsuit.
I didn't know the Warriors had that many fans. Oh wait, they're like all good now. So like, there's all these people that are like, no, I've been a Warriors fan since like way back, dude.
Bandwagon.
No, my dad liked the Warriors when they were shit. That's for years, and he punished us all for it. Like I'd be like, no, a Warriors game is on. My dad's gonna be in such a bad mood for like a week. I'd be like, don't you just expect failure at this point? This is like the '90s, but yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the company's researchers was saying that like that.
Oh no,
that like code is in there to do that, but it's not actually doing it.
We got to scoot over.
Oh yeah, for the YouTube.
Yeah, I want you guys to be able to get a lot of this right here.
See, this is my bad side though.
All your sides are bad.
No, this one's the good one. I'm saving it for Facebook.
Is that it for that story? Do we have anything else interesting about it?
I mean, like we could talk about the encroachment of technology on our private lives, and then the dichotomy of that with how it makes things more convenient. Because pretty much like you got apps on your phone. I don't, because I don't have a smartphone. But y'all have apps on your phone that like track your movements all the time.
Travis doesn't have a smartphone either.
Oh, so. Nice. Well, I wasn't pointing at him. I was pointing at the folks at home. But yeah, you got apps that track your location all the time. But then you can like call somewhere and like a Lyft knows exactly where you are. So it's like, do I want to be able to be picked up in 2 minutes, or do I not want the government to know every single location I've been to?
See me, and then here's the other thing too. I'm like, you know what? I don't really have anything to hide per se. I mean, well, some things I have to hide, but those things like, they don't become apparent by where I'm at per se.
GPS location.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're at this place.
Like, this guy keeps going to his closets a lot.
So basically, I don't know. I think that I'm kind of on the fence. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So
what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Facebook? Will you guys please comment? We'd love to hear.
Keep us company. We get lonely.
Yeah, I guess somebody was having a party out there. But
Of
I
course,
guess
we're not invited.
Yeah, we're never invited, but that's why we have a door. So Netflix demands unlimited chill. So Fortune reports cable companies.
4chan?
Oh no, Fortune.
Oh.
Yeah, not Fortune.
I mean, you
What
get
is
some
that, some
stories
deep
from
web
4chan.
Is that some deep web shit?
4chan?
Yeah,
No,
they talk about deep web stuff on it though.
I guess.
Yeah, 4chan. I don't even know what 4chan is. Is it like a forum? Like I hear it a lot though.
Yeah, it's a forum.
For just like cool.
It's all about B though, which is the random forum. That's like the 4chan. That when people say 4chan, they usually mean B.
I don't know. These kids nowadays and their chans and their Bs. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 14-year-old website. These kids.
Yeah, don't trust it. So cable companies, basically, a lot of you have been hearing, oh my God, the U.S. government is going to censor the Bibernet. You know, and everybody's been kind of like flipping out about that. And I mean, and kind of rightfully so. Cable companies, since about 2010, have been lobbying to regulate data, to like regulate content, but also to regulate or to impose certain data caps.
Yes,
where
data caps.
Data caps.
Going back to the smartphone users out there.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure you
and
guys
not
know.
not just that though.
No,
but,
just normal internet too.
yeah, exactly. And so it's just, and for people that like use the internet, it just doesn't work. So now, spearheaded by Netflix, this data capping is not going to end up happening. So Netflix is basically.
Well, that's not go. They're trying to. It's not a sure thing.
No.
Yet.
I just was reading today. I just was reading today that they basically. Let me finish, please.
Sorry. I'm not used to you doing research.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Well,
usually on me.
get used to it. So basically,
Easy thing for me to get used to.
yes, please. I guess we're now switching off. So Netflix, just as the cable companies were lobbying to like make the internet suck, Netflix is lobbying to make the internet not suck. And specifically for this new advent of the way people watch television, cable is fucking dead. Like, we all know that. It's dying. They're losing millions upon millions of dollars
every year.
And they're freaking out. And so they have their attorneys basically trying to interpret these, communication acts, these broadcasting acts that were written like way back in the day.
Yeah, the advent of like radio.
Yeah, exactly. And they're super antiquated. And so they're trying to like find any way that they can twist it and interpret it to basically wrench their power back and wrench their audience back, where the audience is like, why would I pay $120 a month when I could get the internet, I could get Netflix, I could get Hulu, I could get Amazon, the rest of the stuff that I can't get on that I can rip off of Pirate Bay, and obscure my VPN with certain things.
Yeah, you already got some emails from.
I don't know what
somebody.
you're talking about.
I've heard this guy. Watch out.
Yeah, pirate. But yeah, I mean, since 2010, this has been going on, and it's been a hell of a battle. And so recently, there have been some rulings that me, big attorney over here, the way I can interpret this sort of legal jargon is that basically that's not going to happen. These data caps are going to be reduced, are going to be lifted, and that Netflix kind of.
So they actually are going to be lifted.
Well, they're not going to be as stringent as Netflix would have wanted, or as the cable companies would have wanted them to be.
Someone's calling in to the show.
Yeah, nope.
Hello?
Oh, hello?
This is Josh. You're
live on Out Here with TL Miller.
Yes, you're live on Out Here with TL Miller.
See, he doesn't have a smartphone.
Oh, let me put it on speaker. How are you doing today? Oh no, this is perfect.
Wait, who is this?
My name is Georgia, and I'm with the Sac City College, and I'm a Sac City Peer Navigator.
Oh yeah, don't this.
Oh yeah, this is kind of yeah. Call me back tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, this guy has no hope.
I got like 100% in my class right now, man.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you.
He was mentioning he doesn't have a smartphone. Apparently, his phone doesn't come with the silent option. Fucking rookie.
Well, no one ever calls me, so like, I don't ever have to put
I know.
it
I
on
was
silent.
like, you're like looking around, like, is there another phone in the studio that we don't know about? Like the secret government nuclear phone, like.
I wonder why
The
Sac
bat
City-
phone. Batman. Josh needs his phone destroyed.
I wonder why Sac City's calling me. I'm fucking balling in my class right now. But continue. Let's
No,
go
that was
on.
good. I was derailing horribly.
Well, perfect.
And not articulating very well. But so as of yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of binge watchers and deviant porn addicts everywhere. So yes, there was a ruling that the editing, that it just basically based on the precedent that these lobbyists were trying to set based on the interpretation of these acts and what have you, that they're like, no, that doesn't work. That makes
Nice.
no legal sense. Nice try, but
You,
yeah.
you know what I thought was funny when we were researching this story was that Netflix was like, no, data caps are unreasonable. Like, you can't expect like the average American television watcher to watch as much as they want with these data caps, and it's like I get like Netflix, you do shows, but I mean like that's all you're talking about. It's like, oh no, like we gotta get rid of data caps so you can like go online and like connect with the world, like do research or something. It's like no, like people need more TV.
Well, but I mean that's yeah. I mean that's
It's like that's what the internet's for now, just television.
well, and that's obviously that's a Netflix interest, So that's
No, yeah, of course. I
but-
thought it was funny how they put that.
yeah.
You know.
They're like, yeah, just don't worry about getting smarter or having access to all of
Yeah,
the
like
information.
Skyping with people from like different countries.
No,
Need more TV.
nope. Gilmore Girls all day.
But hey, I don't even know why anyone needs Netflix when you have us.
Oh boy.
Us and our random phone calls.
Well, what do you got, Josh?
What's next? You have the list.
I know. God damn. Oh gosh. Oh
Current
no.
events. The horses.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got my notes out of order. This rarely happens. Facebook. So, U.S. government set
And
to
YouTube.
kill hell the horses. Here's Josh with more. I actually have some stuff that I'm gonna try to trump your facts right now. But go for it.
Yes. So apparently these horses over the last 20 years, the BLM, not Black Lives Matter. It's actually
Bureau of Land Management.
yes, the Bureau of Land Management. I'm sure the people who work there, their lives probably matter,
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah.
But not as much as these horses to them. For the last 20 years, they've been rounding up wild horses from their natural habitats to make room for cattle to graze, and then they've been like housing all these horses. They've been like just housing all these horses. It's cost
Feeding
them,
them.
yeah, it's cost them $49 million in 2015 alone. And recently, the
Whoa,
U.S.
that's
government
crazy.
voted to kill them all.
Well, and here's the thing. So, not kill them all. Right now that we're estimating in the area that's in question, we're looking at about 67,000 wild horses. And so they're looking at either
Now, this says 45,000.
well, from my source says 67,000 total right now, but that they're looking to euthanize or adopt out 44,000 of the 67,000, and that they've since 1971 BLM has adopted out over 200,000 since 1971. So they have been adopting these horses out. There are programs. The issue is with this is that they have no natural predator. So there's really no, if there were tigers, like where I believe horses are indigenous to Asia, they have predators. They have big cats that like kill them and eat them and what have you. People, roving tribes, I don't know. So there's just like there's not any natural, and then also with them being housed, with them being fed, none of them are like starving to death or like dying of sickness per se.
And actually, here too, I was saying that because they've been like relocating them, there's been like population booms because there's like more grazing lands for the ones left.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
No,
they're like, woohoo! Yeah, we grubbing.
I'm still against killing them though. I mean, Sure, let him run wild, like let him run amok. I mean, look at Australia; they have kangaroos everywhere. You know, people think that's nifty. You know, wild horses, that's like the backbone of this country. It's you're riding into like in your like Ford Mustang on
wild
a lonely
horses.
country road. You look to the side and there's just a majestic herd just galloping in the breeze.
Wild horses. We won't ride them someday because they'll all be euthanized.
And that's all just to make room for cattle, just for some cows that we're gonna eat.
Which destroy everything.
It's all about crickets.
Crickets? What? Why crickets?
Yeah, crickets. Because it's like hella like protein efficient. Like you know how a cow it like takes like 10 pounds of like corn to like grow 1 pound of beef.
Yeah, or I want to say it's like something crazy, like 3,000 gallons of water.
Oh, hell of water.
Like 3,000 gallons of water. Something dumb.
Yeah.
To produce
crickets.
Okay.
Crickets hella protein to like whatever. It's like almost one for one.
I'm gonna make a cricket protein shake, bro.
No, you can get cricket flour and make like bread out of cricket.
What?
Yeah.
I think they did that in the Bible. They like made some like locusts.
See, and you know, tell that to the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christians!
Get on this shit, dog.
Get off that cow hype and get on that locust. Get off that cow life. Get on that locust hype. We bout it. And this next segment we like to call Suc de Politique.
Talk about notes getting out of order.
I need an intern. A nude intern.
You need a new intern now that I have a job.
Nude
Oh,
intern.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hey,
I know.
Facebook,
Yeah.
any takers?
Hey, YouTube, any takers?
Tell us.
Oh, do the show. All right, he's gonna look up stuff. I'm gonna do the show. So no, this is actually your story, by the way. Hillary loses battle with health by landslide. Here's unhealthy Hillary addict, Josh Renner.
It's my least favorite one. Thanks, Tyler.
I thought of it just now.
Yes, so, you know, Hillary's, as I think we brought it up last week.
Yeah.
There's a couple speeches she was giving, or like a speech and like an interview she's giving where, you know, she started coughing a bunch in it. There's one where she like spit out a loogie in like this cup. That was oh, gnarly. But then on Saturday, this all culminated into her having to leave a 9/11 memorial early, and then she's trying to keep a secret till then. But that's when, like, you know, she's saying I guess she's had pneumonia. She's had pneumonia.
Well, that's what her
for a
aides
while.
are saying.
Yeah, you know that's what that's what they're saying. Which I'm not saying that's not true. I'm just saying that's not, you know.
Well, I saw the video of her basically when she was leaving the 9/11 memorial.
Oh man, she had like 3 people.
Well, she had a
having
whole
to,
team.
Like holding her up.
Well, she ends up like kind of passing out and falling, you know, Bill Clinton then goes on what show? What show did he go on? This was your thing.
Oh yeah. What was it on?
Jesus.
TMZ reports
TMZ. That's
that it
where I
was
like to get all of my
CBS.
news. TMZ reports that it was CBS. Yeah, so he went on there, and I mean, you know, old addled Bill, maybe kind of
Yeah. You know they told him like don't say anything
about the health.
Yeah.
So he totally did. They ended up editing the interview out. And,
Yeah. He says that she has after asked about what it says, Charlie Rose sat down with ex-pres to discuss Canada's health, and Bill tackled the question head on about her health. He said because not frequently, rarely, but on more than one occasion over the last many years, the same sort of thing happened to her when she got severely hydrated, and they dehydrated, and they edited out the frequently part.
Huh.
For the thing, yeah.
Weird.
And you know, according to them, it was for time.
Well, and so
because that word, those couple words, too long.
Too long, yeah. Well, then, so I come to find out that that some members of the DNC had a not so secret meeting to discuss the possibility of replacing Hillary with Bernie. Did you hear about this?
No, wow.
Yeah, no. So this is a real thing.
God, like, Mike, they should have done that
To begin with.
at the convention.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh God, like, whoa, well, Hillary might die, so I guess.
But if you think about it, it makes sense. If you think about it, all jokes aside, if you
oh my God.
think about it, it makes sense. Think about all the Bernie supporters. They're into the crystals and the healing and what have you, and they were sending all that to Bernie. You know that they would that they took away the healing crystals, and then for Hillary got out the hexing crystals.
Yep.
And like,
And
now
it
it's
works.
working. It's
Yeah, it
working. It's
works.
working. So let's all pray that she gets really sick, and I mean to the point where she can't be president.
Yeah, and you know Trump is lucky because you know he was having a super bad week, and then he's just like laid low. He just started laying low, and like you know he's been doing better just because of this.
Yeah.
just because he kept his mouth
Keep
shut.
your mouth shut, and Hillary's
Yeah.
dying. You know, like,
That's all you got to do.
it's a great strategy
Yeah.
if you think
but
about it.
she is returning to campaigning tomorrow.
Well, and so Obama basically like jumped in for a minute and has been helping out on the campaign trail, which I thought was cool. That's my boy. I'm like, damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna start a thing, Obama for Benevolent Dictator 2017. Are we with it? Are we with it? Okay,
4 more years.
Yeah.
4 more years.
forever. 4 more years forever. So Trump gets an A-list quack to rig his physical. AMP reports. So, as you were saying, Trump's been kind of quiet lately, which is pretty smart on his part.
But then, of course, he just
he goes on TV.
couldn't hold it on and just had to spit out something like Hillary.
Well, so at least it didn't. It wasn't visible into a glass of water. So DJ Trump. DJ Trump ends up going on the Dr. Oz show to basically is like a show of strength, like a public display of, hey, I'm not as sick as my opponent here.
Yeah, because Hillary's health has been like, you know, a rising issue for the last couple weeks.
It's
So,
a
like,
hashtag.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
and
mean?
then
Hillary's health is a freak. Literally, Hillary's
is
health.
Is that a trending?
It's a trending hashtag.
Not surprised.
So-
Yes, and of course Trump comes in like, I have the best body. Everybody says so. It's the Mexicans love it.
I have a very good body. I'm very healthy. I eat fast food every day. So
I eat Trump steaks all the time. And make
I
them-
eat Trump steaks and drink Trump wine. That's all I do.
These taco bowls.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
taco-
yeah.
I like taco bowls. You go to the taco bowl place in my town. It's good.
No, you know he was like taco bowl. Like after the picture, just like get this,
Get this Mexican,
get this out of here.
get this Latin shit out of here.
Peasants food.
This is primitive. If you think about it, the taco bowl is like ergonomic. It's genius. It is a modern design wonder. But so at any rate, he gets ready to go. He gets ready to go on the show. He goes on the show. Turns out Trump, he's 70 years old. He weighs 236 pounds. He's 6'3", so his body mass index is 29.5. So he's obviously overweight. He admits he doesn't exercise.
Well, that's what I call American skinny,
I don't get it.
because Americans are fat.
Oh,
Continue.
God, what a derailing, horrible joke. I wasn't doing very good either, so that's okay. But so last Wednesday, so a week ago from today, he went on Dr. Oz, and his staffers were sending mixed signals after it. He's gonna release the information. He's not gonna release the information. He's not going to. He's gonna release some of it. Oh, maybe and he's. Typical Trump flip-flopping on every fucking issue, even his gut, with the flip-flopping. And so, but then he came out and said recently on Fox and Friends that I quote, I will be releasing very specific numbers. And then in response to Hillary being sick, I hope she gets well soon. I don't know what's going on. You know, but yeah, I mean,
But yeah, so he's gonna release the physical, but then Dr. Oz said in another interview that like basically, like somebody asked him like, oh, like are you gonna show like everything? And he's like, oh no, like of course not. Like I'm gonna show whatever he wants to show. So it's like, Trump made a big deal, like, oh, I'm gonna release my physical, and it's like, I'm gonna release like the specific parts of my physical I want to show you.
Well, that's what I was saying. I read a story today from AMP, and that they were saying that that actually no, he is going to release far more information than his staffers and aides were saying that he should or that he would. And that Dr. Oz, when he did the physical, it was a complete physical of all of cardiovascular, like all that shit. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. That's why.
Checking that prostate cancer.
Well, that's why Trump's been gone for a while. He's been having his balls cut by A-list doctors. Coughing. It takes time. But yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that Hillary doesn't get better and Bernie, because I mean, we know that Bernie was doing better in polls against Trump leading up to the nomination of Hillary, and then so go figure, they put in Hillary. She's basically bombing by not. I mean, but if you're neck to neck with Trump and you're a Democrat, you're freaking bombing.
Yeah. Got a visitor.
I keep thinking it's my guest. This is why we need an intern. Facebook, please, God, somebody help us.
Who wants the intern?
Yeah.
It's paid.
It's not
We
paid.
pay you in time taken away from you.
Yes. Because time is money. Oh, God, let's wrap this up. All right. So, Latinos for Trump founder sells out Latinos. Now, we've all heard about this guy.
Marco Gutierrez.
Marco Gutierrez.
The infamous taco trucks on every corner guy.
Yeah, he goes on and he does this ominous taco truck prediction saying, my culture's very dominant, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, the whole thing, because I everyone heard about the taco trucks on every corner. First of all, I didn't know it was the founder of Latinos for Trump saying it. And second of all, the actual thing is like way more, what does he say? My culture is a very dominant culture, and it's imposing, and it's causing problems. If you don't do something about it, you're gonna have taco trucks on every corner. Which is like, if you're Latinos for Trump, that sounds like a good thing, It's like, hey, you're gonna you like making tacos.
Jobs and tacos.
Yeah, you're gonna have jobs everywhere.
It doesn't matter what color you are. That's good. Tacos are good for everybody, unless they're like corn intolerant or something.
Yeah, and now he just appeared on Samantha Bee's new late night show on Monday, and he warned, as Hispanics, we are a primitive and underdeveloped culture. We'll take whatever we can we'll take
Sadly,
whatever we can.
was that your black half or
you
your
let us.
Mexican half laughing?
Oh, dude. No.
Where's Ricky?
I was looking for it right.
Oh.
And then asked if that means if people should be scared of Mexicans. He replied, "Yes, you should be very frightened." Which is like, you're supposed to be getting people to vote for Trump.
He's getting white people to vote for Trump, not Mexicans. Yeah. He's like, look, we're gonna fuck the Mexicans in the ass. Like, don't worry, white people. Like, look, I'm a Mexican. Hey, look at me.
I agree with you guys.
Yeah,
we're scary.
Yeah, we're very scary. Like, what? And he goes on our list of incredibly shitty human beings. Marco Gutierrez, please get whatever Hillary's got and don't ever lose it.
That needs to be a segment.
Yes.
That could be a segment. Just incredibly shitty people.
Okay, yes. And,
and
thank God it's not a news-related segment.
It's gonna be, though, because it's gonna be when we're looking up
It doesn't
other
have to
news
be current.
segments.
It doesn't have to be current.
Oh, you're right.
We can talk about, we just can't talk about Hitler. That's so burnt out. It's like, Hitler, we know he sucked.
Yeah, that'll be for the series finale.
Yes. What, Hitler or the...
No, Hitler.
Okay, have him on the show? I'll summon the ghost.
Exhumed corpse.
I will summon the ghost.
Well, we can have Natalie.
I will
McCory
summon the ghost of Hitler and torture it.
I was gonna say we could dig
He's
up.
dead. If he was alive, he's dead now.
We could dig up his corpse and get Natalie LaCory back on the show.
Yes, and to be like, I don't know, it's so full of meth, I can't read it. I can't read this corpse. I guess that's what they do. They read corpses. Let's do a song. Mommy Needs to Pee Pee. That's the name of the song. By, no. The name...
I was like, is it? No. Because as some of you,
You
may
never know. You never know.
As some of you may know, our Facebook Live video was taken down last week because of a song I chose by Flying Lotus. Gang.
Don't even say his fucking name.
Oh,
my
shit,
God.
it's gonna happen again.
It is.
Shit, yeah, so I guess
That
Tyler,
one guy that does stuff.
In response, I was gonna choose 2 Fugazi songs, but then, like, I forgot to. You know, Fugazi, they're cool. They would have allowed it. So,
Fugazi about it.
So now I guess Tyler's chosen. All of his songs are, like, really esoteric.
Ish. I mean, this next song, Please Don't Say Goodnight, is by Michael Franks, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to get flagged for it. Run it!
Love will soon ignite. Maui moon, so bright. Please don't say goodnight. Just let me count the freckles on your knees, baby. Please don't say goodnight. And sleep beneath the poinsettia and the trees, baby. Please don't say goodnight. Those are the lights are so far from sight. Please don't say goodnight. To stop now would be such depravity, baby. Please don't say goodnight. We can't resist the force of gravity, baby. Please don't say goodnight. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear you say goodnight. Everything is gonna be alright. We can stare out at the sea all night. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear you say goodnight. Absolutely gonna be alright. Love without a referee all night. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear you say goodnight. Promise you it's gonna be alright. You just leave it up to me. Counting stars, we lie under trade wind sky. Please don't say goodnight. 'Cause when I feel your heartbeat next to me, baby, please don't say goodnight. I'm activated by sweet ecstasy, baby, please don't say goodnight. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear you say goodnight. Everything is gonna be alright. We can stare out at the sea all night. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear you say goodnight. Absolutely gonna be alright. Love without a referee all night. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear you say goodnight. Promise you it's gonna be alright. You just leave it up to me all night. I don't wanna hear you. I don't wanna
How we doing? We good? Okay.
say goodnight.
ISIS leader bummed at Afterlife Reality. This and more on World News. Like that little salvage? So the Pentagon confirms that they whacked ISIS spokesperson Abu Muhammad al-Adnani. We talked about that. It wasn't confirmed yet, but that is confirmed. He's been whacked
No,
off.
that was the second in
No.
command.
Or that's what I meant. The spokesperson. Or that's what I said, right? The spokesperson. So he's the spokesperson for ISIS. We had thought him to be dead.
No, this is a new guy.
I know. I'm saying, just hear me out.
Oh, okay.
So I'm following up on a story that's related to the one that I'm reading now. Okay? Remember the research? I did it.
Don't remember.
I don't remember it. Yeah. So I did it today while eating tacos. By a taco truck. It actually wasn't a taco truck. It was Maya's Taqueria on 28th and Broadway.
Yeah, fuck you, ISIS. You don't got that.
Yeah, we got tacos on mostly every corner in Sacramento.
Yeah, one day soon it's gonna be every corner.
Every corner when Trump wins. Wait. Oh. So yeah, Anani is dead. At least according to ISIS themselves have said that, and then the Pentagon has confirmed it. Now, Pentagon sources are telling CNN that a U.S. Afghan airstrike struck ISIS leader.
It's the top guy.
Yeah, the top tippity tip top dude, Hafiz Saeed Khan is his name, fatally killing him. So
Good.
Fatally killing him. So the Department of Defense Deputy Press Secretary Gordon Trowbridge, weird name, Trowbridge. You must be a Brit. Red coat. Stated that the Nangarhar province in Afghanistan has long been a ISIS hotbed since 2015. So, a whole year and a half of hotbedding in Afghanistan. But now, while U.S. officials are touting this as like a victory, like, woohoo, we killed the leader of ISIS. Former Afghan National Secretary, a former Afghan National Secretary official told CNN that many ISIS members in Afghanistan are actually, in fact, extremists from Pakistan. So he's like, dude, and I'm paraphrasing here, he's like, dude, it's like a Pez dispenser, but with, like, extremist Muslims. Like, you take one out, you crush it, you eat it, another one just pops up. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a whole movement on their part. It's this whole like fucked up ideology.
Yeah.
So there's gonna have to be a lot more done than just killing the leaders.
Absolutely. I mean,
They're fucking Hydra. You cut off one head.
You just have to cut off all the heads, and but just not videotape it like them. It's like,
Yeah, dude. I recently watched an ISIS video of them just cutting like people's throats and like hanging them upside down like cattle. And
why did you watch this?
Because I follow the subreddit Watch People Die, so it popped up there.
Oh man. Oh, just
Hey man, that shit happens. That shit happens.
Just when I thought Josh couldn't get any more horrible, you go and
Wow, that's something coming from you.
I know, right? I'm horrible, but with the WH.
But it's just so it's just they're just so blasé about
So
just
gratuitous.
Yeah, they just don't care about people's lives. They just kill them like animals.
I almost don't care about people's lives either. What really bugs me about ISIS is all of the ancient monoliths that they're destroying.
Yeah.
I'm like, people, you have sex, you'll make 3 people possibly, maybe even 8 in one shot. I'm like, but you can't like.
Also, that's like your culture, man. Like you're destroying that. Like that's your history.
But what they're trying to do a cultural cleansing, basically.
Yeah.
Like what any dictatorship does. Any forcing their theology. I mean, like, because what they're destroying is not ancient Muslim sites, but like basically their version of the pagan sites, like their Stonehenge. Like that kind of stuff, and that just like super bums me out. Yeah, I'm kidding. I really do care about human lives, especially, American soldiers and what have you. Like super not cool. That is my guest. Finally.
Buzzer in.
Oh. This is
No,
why
make her wait.
This is why we need an intern, Facebook. This is why we need an intern. But yeah, I mean, it's just all so devastating. It's really, I don't know. I don't get depressed by like depressing news so much, but really this ISIS situation, kind of a bummer.
It's gonna be, fascinating in like a terrible way. To see
What
comes
actually
of it
happens.
in the next 5 years or so.
Well, it's going to be destroyed, and then a new version of it's going to take its place that's even worse.
Yeah, we'll
that's
see, 'cause
exactly
this-
what happened with
this-
Al Qaeda. That's exactly
No, this one's being a lot more persistent than any of the other ones have previously.
True, because that's what you're getting is all the all of those other organizations dissolving, and then the most extreme from those organizations joining this organization, and it's snowballing because they're appealing, and they have and also their advertising campaign. It's freaking genius. Like
No,
they're
they have so many people on Twitter. I mean, the video I watched had like high production value, and it's just like people are sitting there editing these like completely gruesome scenes
Yeah.
and like adding effects to them and music.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got more stories.
We do. We got one more story.
Okay.
All right. So this is probably my favorite story of the day, and maybe just of the year, ladies and gentlemen. China pops its Four Loko cherry.
Four Loko hits China.
That's the sound it made. So Four Loko, or as they're calling it, the lose virginity drink.
Yeah. That's what it's.
Travis, you've been to China, dude.
That's what it's
Imagine
nicknamed.
these fools turned up on Four Loko. And apparently there's a a competitive drinking culture in China. I mean, there's obviously one here too, but
Yeah, because when you go to meetings, family meetings, business meetings, it's customary.
family meeting.
Yeah. Family
Get-
gatherings, I should say.
Get wasted.
Yeah, you're supposed, cheers. Everyone is supposed to drink, and then from there, like, it just goes on.
Yeah.
Like some chick just recently died. Some
that's-
bridesmaid from like people were like drink, and she drank too much rice wine and just died.
Well, and what should have happened is they should have gave her Four Loko.
She would have blacked out before she could die.
No, the meth and the steroids would have kept her alive. Like, that shit would have kept her going, dude.
Yeah, so Four Loko over the last few months have just like been skyrocketing in popularity there. Several vloggers, the most popular of which have been getting tens of thousands of viewers, just a person just drinking Four Locos and getting drunk on their vlog. That's like a thing to do now in China. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just drink Four Loko and like go on the
Yeah,
internet.
and then some news places and other outlets are trying to like decry it, and be like, oh, like watch out for like public health. Like one newspaper said a can of Four Loko has the same alcohol content as 4.7 cups of vodka, 4.7 bottles of beer, or 4.7 glasses of red wine. And like, how big of a cup of vodka are we talking about? Like 4.7 shots of vodka.
I
like
think that's what they meant.
Cup
Was
of,
4.5 ounces.
no, that's how much alcohol is in Four Loko.
It's
Just 4 full cup, 4.7 full
it
cups of
doesn't
vodka.
even fit in the can. They have to make powdered alcohol.
Yeah, you know how like
Stir it
one
in.
can of soda has like so much sugar and they have to dissolve it. Like they're doing the same thing with alcohol.
Yeah, they found a way. I mean, it's China. They're smart, dude. Like they found a way to make. They found a way to make powdered alcohol. I don't know. Science. It's a thing. All right, we're gonna go to a quick song, and then after that, we're gonna have a reading with Madame Fortuna, and it's gonna be great. This song here is a good old ditty by Seven Nations, titled "Big Dog and Trip to Pakistan." out here with TL Miller. I'm TL Miller.
I'm Josh Miller.
We got married. But it's a platonic marriage. It's purely for financial purposes only.
And sex.
And sex, yes. But
But platonic sex.
platonic sex.
There's no pleasure in it.
Well, there's
It's strictly business.
Yeah. Well, I am basically fucking you, if you think about it.
Yeah, if I can make me do this.
Well, yes.
Dress me up like some kind of well-dressed monkey.
He dressed himself up. This next bit, forced film.
Oh, God.
Look at it! Look at it! I actually didn't force him to watch this film.
Yes, this was actually just real quick too, because I like to have a quote for each of the movies. A quick addendum to last week's Force Films. I didn't get to the quote because Tyler kicked me off so fast.
It was so
The
terrible.
quote. I didn't get to any of the good bits, but the quote was a concubine lying in the arms of a black eunuch. That is a quote from the documentary I watched about when the Moors ruled Europe. So this week I watched the movie. I was hanging out with some friends, stranded in Midtown, and they went to
Shout out Jimmy.
Jimmy Darlin. It's not even his real name, but
Ashley.
So
You better watch this fucking episode now. All right, go on. Sorry.
So we ended up going to his house in Lincoln, so he could do, or his parents' house in Lincoln, so he could do some laundry. And what else to do in Lincoln than watch a movie? We watched Punk is Dead SLC 2.
Ugh.
And keep in mind, I have not seen SLC 1, which is like a cult classic and is really good, and like one of my buddy Cam's like one of his favorite movies. But SLC 2 was absolutely horrible. It was just terrible all the way through. I'm a huge fan of The Room, too, if anybody knows what that movie is. And this was the worst movie by far I've seen. It was about, for anyone who's seen SLC, the main dude, like, dies, and he narrates it. He's narrating it, and he's, like, does the worst job narrating. His voice is terrible. Like, the shit he says is just awful. And it's about his son, who's a dandy goth, I guess is the thing. And he's hanging out with like two of his friends, and like he's never drinking. Like he was like a straight edge. He was like more straight edge than the straight edge people or whatever. And then he like a girl cheats on him, and then he gets like sad and depressed, and he like starts drinking for the first time. And then him and his friends like drive a couple places while like it goes to scenes of like his mom freaking out. And it's just so bad. Like no story. My favorite scene and how bad it was is like they're doing this and it just cuts to a scene of one of the dudes who's like in the car with them. Not in the car, it's like in the past, and like he's getting pulled over by like a bike cop, and then one of his buddies shows up and like pushes the bike over, and the bike cop's just like, it does one of those things, in fight scenes, how sometimes like someone goes to hit someone, but then like they miss their cue for a second, so they're like and it's just like the worst acting ever. One scene, like the car breaks down, they don't know how to fix it, and the dude just like taps it with his cane and it starts. And it's like Bobby McFerrin was in it too, as a random hitchhiker they pick up who has mushrooms, and then like, the dude takes shrooms. And it's just like, it was just horrible the entire way through. So yeah, I was
What would you give it on your scale?
I'd give it a 0.
Is that the low? Is that your base of your scale? Like,
It is now.
yeah.
I give it a negative 0.
I don't feel good.
Oh no.
Oh!
What's happening? Oh God! What is? I don't know.
No!
What?
Help me!
What's happening?
YouTube, help me!
What's happening?
Facebook, help me!
Oh God, he's sweaty. It's like a half a centimeter of sweat and then like 2 centimeters of makeup. I got a white patch on my pants right now. Oh God, this transformation is disgusting. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh!
Oh god. Oh, look who it is! 1-900 Fortune with Madame Fortuna!
Josh, I think you're a little light in the ass to be talking all that shit. Thank you, sir. How are you today, Joshy? Did you miss me?
Oh, of course I did.
Of course you did. I have someone on the line here who wants a reading from Madame Fortuna.
Oh, someone's calling in.
Someone is calling.
Is it about Sac City?
No, it's not about Sac City.
You should give me a reading of what I should do about that phone call.
Hello? Is this Miss Josella Marie?
How did you know?
One moment. Let me put you on speaker.
You just guessed her name.
I'm sorry, who's this?
This is Madame Fortuna. You just called 1-900 Fortune. I'm about to read your fortune. Don't you remember?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Tell me what happened, Sor.
How fortuitous. Now, what sign are you, Josie?
Don't you know that?
You're an Aquarius, right?
No.
I'm a fortune teller, not a psychic. What sign are you, woman? Speak.
I'm a Pisces. It's my sun sign.
Of course you're a Pisces.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's why it took you 14 minutes to answer a simple question.
I had to go back and forth a few times on whether or not I even wanted to answer, so.
Well, let me rub my magic nipples. Pisces,
Kind of phone call.
I'm getting a vision. I'm getting a vision of two fish humping each other. Oh, spawning! They're spawning! Oh, I'm sorry, when the Dark Lord speaks through me, he talks real hard.
I'll say.
So, Pisces, this is what I've noticed about Pisces. You're so easily influenced. It's like, I'm like, hey, let's do a line and let me put my thumb in your butt. And you're like, you're basically like,
That's how we met, right?
well, that tarot convention those years ago was quite amazing. I'll say that. I will say that. But Pisces, hear me now. Be careful with the substances and doing too many of them and not sharing with me. That is the problem. Because a Pisces, they love to turn up, you know, and let me tell you something about the madam, okay? Madam loves to turn up too. And I'm a witch, and I will curse you if you do not share your alcohol and drugs. and that is my message to Pisces. And in addition to that, you know, you willy-nilly, you know, move about through various sexual encounters, and I end up seeing them on your porn website, and I say to myself, Josie, why wasn't I invited?
You found me on Set Life?
I did, because I'm about that life. Josh, this is warmer than your urine. How is that possible?
It was a cold day that day I peed on you.
Well, when the air was so chilly, the urine, like, definitely got cold before it hit and splashed upon my back.
I did notice I was on Josh's Set Life profile. He does do the whole golden showers thing.
Well, I mean, you know, to each his own. He's not good at a lot of things, but the boy can pee-pee.
Hey, easiest 20 I've ever made.
The boy can pee-pee.
True story.
So, Pisces, and for all of you Pisces out there, I want you to listen to me now. I want you to hear me. Stop being so wishy-washy.
With your drugs.
Commit to something. Do it. Do those drugs and share them.
I thought Josh said with your jugs.
Also, please be more generous with your jugs. I'm very generous with mine. Well, that's all for today. For me, I'm Madame Fortuna, letting you know where the tuna be smelling good.
Thanks for calling, Josie. Oh god, the transformation! It's burning my eyes!
He's somehow uglier. Oh my god, Madame Fortuna came so hard inside me.
Oh yeah, there's still some of her on your face, just all over your face.
Well, she has that effect on men.
Oh, you got a necklace of her.
Oh god.
It's like a pearl necklace.
Intern!
It's like a pearl necklace, but more aquamarine.
Yeah, it's a mermaid necklace. It's a merpearl necklace. God damn it. That wig does not like chainmail. By the way, some of you have commented in life and in comments how awesome my chainmail is. And you're right, it is very awesome. It's custom made by Brent Tyler.
Oh wait, let's get a close-up shot on there.
Yep, a close-up shot.
Look at that production value!
I went A to change when I'm in that house because it's not my hit. Started from the bottom to myself. Sorry. That was my Drake impression. Perfectly accurate. So I'm excited to introduce our guest, Miss Century Got Bars! Come on in and bring your chair. I'm not kidding. Okay, come on over. Maybe you scoot over this way, and we'll have her sit in the middle.
I can't be on video. My work shirt is on.
What's that?
My work shirt is on. I can't be on video. I can't get inside.
Turn it inside out. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
cover it.
Century Got Bears works for a very big company that you all have heard of.
We can't say.
We can't say. I don't even want to crack any jokes about it.
Yeah.
Like 4,000 jokes are coming to mind, and I'm gonna refrain. And in the interim, I'm gonna double as my own intern because we need an intern. I'm gonna keep saying it. Is she gonna be in the shot? I don't care about you, but
I do a little bit.
care about you a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, stop that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I care about myself a lot.
No. Okay, come on over here.
Hi.
You can sit on my lap if you want, but it could get awkward real quick.
I'll pass.
Hall pass? I don't have those.
Hi.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. Let's play that little snippet of her thing. That sounds weird. Let's play that little snippet of the song. It should be titled "Century Got Bars" on there. Yeah. Okay, it worked. Yeah. This is off her new EP, the Motown. Yeah, the Motown EP.
Someone I could walk in and hand with Wi-Fi. Ain't nobody fucking with our bandwidth. But every now and then we off on a tangent. And every now and then we fall off the plan with. We disagree and we don't see eye to eye. So misunderstanding, she might hit me with the eye roll. And I know my mouth goes bad sometimes. And we both cross lines like people with bigger signs. But you don't mean it, no, and I don't think you do either. It's like we both knives, handing out the pure ether. My heart still skips beats every time I see her. Homie, love a friend. Hey.
Century. I got a chance to
Nice.
listen to some of the EP over the last couple of days.
Yes.
I'm vibing it. We're gonna play. I chose a song, "Cruise" featuring Monty Bush.
Nice.
We'll play that here in a little bit. But tell me, what have you been up to lately? What's been going on in the world of Century?
Well,
How's your Century going?
my century's going good.
Okay.
I'm a new homeowner.
Oh,
That's
whoa!
big.
Oh, nice.
As of May, I bought a home. So
What's
that's
up? You got
awesome.
you got a house out back? Your boy could stay in.
Got a
You know what I
house.
mean?
I got a house in the front. One house. Yeah, Oak Parks I bought, and then I put the EP out. Doing really well in my job. Things are very good.
The job you can't talk about.
Got a job I can't really talk about. Just know I'm employed.
She got a job.
A good one. But yeah, everything is going really good. The EP is getting a good response. I got invited out to Chico Pride. I headlined that, which was very awesome.
Cool.
Nice.
I've got some shows coming up in the Bay. And
Wait.
Frisco.
So a female black gay
I'm hella narrow.
fucking headlined in Chico?
I did.
There's hope. There is hope for that.
Don't say that.
There is hope for Chico yet. No, in
No,
Northern
it was
California.
great. It was a really fun time. I've got some shows coming up in Frisco. I'm working with the people of Off the Grid. I've got a show coming up in October. They're doing those Fridays at the Barn in West Sac.
Okay.
A couple of things. Yeah, so Bush and I came together and made this, you know what I'm saying, and really put investment into getting it out there promotion-wise, country to country. Like, forget just Sacramento. We have been getting very high responses in Mexico, South Africa, like Australia. Like, it's really good. So, doing well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, you're originally from Detroit, right?
I am.
And when did you move out here?
Uh-huh.
Like, when did you move out here?
I moved to California, it'll be 9 years ago, but not straight from Detroit. You know, I'm very nomadic. I've lived in
Okay.
like 5 or 6 states doing music.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about that a little bit.
See,
I've
I
known you a
went,
long time, and I don't know.
18, I left Detroit. I went to school at Howard University in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
I went and performed and tried to get a deal. I was trying to get signed in New York. I was going back and forth between D.C. and New York. Didn't happen.
Sure.
So, hey, moved down to Atlanta for 4 years, and then I came here.
Oh, okay. So you were in Atlanta for a while. You were
Yeah,
out there
before-
doing it.
Yeah,
What? Did you roll? Have you seen ATL?
I have.
Oh man,
I've been in
though.
I've been in Purple Ribbon Studios, Outcast Studios before.
Did you go roller skating though?
No, not in Atlanta. Not in Atlanta.
That
I
seems-
have been roller skating.
That
not in
seems
Atlanta.
super serious though.
They,
like
they do take it super serious.
I didn't know it was that serious like that. I was like, whoa, these motherfuckers like got crews and they're like all beefing and shit. I'm like, don't 5 motherfuckers come up to me on roller skates because I will knock one out and then the other one will
They're
fall into
dancing,
the...
and I can't go backwards. That's like something that they really can do really well. And I'm like, yeah, right. The way I stop when I skate is just roll into the bar.
Right?
Just roll off and grab the bar. I want to comment on the Four Loko conversation.
Please, no.
No, do it.
Yes, yeah, God, please.
So people are dying off that for real?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No.
Because they changed the formula. It's hecka weaker now.
Well, no. What we were saying is that there's kind of a competitive drinking culture in China, not just in China, but that theirs manifests itself in a specific way, and that recently at a wedding, a bridesmaid was goaded into drink and died from drinking rice wine. And what I was saying is they should have gave her Four Loko because all the drugs in the Four Loko would have kept her alive.
Oh my God, that's probably true, but I don't think as true as it would have been like 4 years ago before they changed the formula.
Well, no,
because
but-
I used to be on the river off those fulls and would go to like Chevy's on the river for those after beach parties.
So
and
she's like, no,
completely,
listen, I want to freestyle,
I have
motherfucker.
no shame. I completely fell down like all 3 flights of those steps. Off of
Oh,
Four Loko.
damn.
Like just kept falling,
turned-
turned and kept falling. Oh, good times.
Well, no. What I think is the deal is that China got legit Four Loko.
Oh,
Because they don't have the same regulations that we got. And they're over there, they're probably making it with like horse steroids or something cool,
Something cool.
oh my God.
Oh man.
So you moved to Sac about 9 years ago then?
Yeah, December of 2007. So, yep, about 9 years this Christmas.
Jeez, that's why I didn't meet you back then. That was right around the
We
time I
met
fell
in
off the map.
09. We
Yeah.
met in around 09 was when I really started meeting people in the hip-hop scene. I started going to Capitol Garage, doing the hip-hop congress when that was a big thing. And then you and I, because I started going to, what was your night at Townhouse? What was it called?
Pitfall,
Yes.
2011.
That stuff, yeah.
That's when I started fucking with
Yeah,
you. Like, that's when
right.
I started, like, meeting you. And
I was at all the Pitfall stuff.
That was a fun
in the
era.
river. Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to publicly thank you for. She's actually really helped me out a lot when I started doing these things. You would come out, you'd help promote, you'd come out, you'd rap, like when
Tropicana,
we
too.
started Tropicana. Yeah, you like hella helped me build that, and I just want to say
remember
thank
when
you.
I remember when Tropicana. It used to be. It always kind of had a crack and feel to it, but it was when it first started, it wasn't packed to capacity. So at first. Then it started getting popular. Then the inside started getting a little crowded. We're like, oh, we're just gonna go out on the patio. Okay, it's cool. We smoke. Now, I can't move in that thing. So it's like I'm very proud of you, man. I remember the very humble beginnings of that. So that's very good.
Very humble. Well, not so humble.
Not really humble. I mean, it was
I
always
wasn't
cracking.
humble.
The DJs were always cracking.
Yeah.
You know, people went there, but like the word, it's crazy years later how packed it is.
Well, thank you, and I just wanted to say thank you for that. And so you've been recently working, or you just recently released the Midtown EP,
Motown EP.
I'm sorry, Motown EP, and it won an award on Bandcamp, right?
It did no, so it wasn't an award. Let me tell you, I was very shocked. I voted it up to Bandcamp. It's a free album. I just wanted everybody to see I'm still working on things and everything. And all of a sudden, I checked my notifications on Facebook, and I had an app mention from Bandcamp.
Okay.
And Bandcamp, basically, they have a critic who pretty much listens to all the mixtapes like they've been loaded in that month. And at the end of the month, he picks like 3 to 5 of them that he really likes, and he writes an honest review of them. And he just wrote a very honest review about it, and it really, thank you, it really picked up. We've got definitely, I think we're now at 8,000
downloads.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Well,
Really
you
good.
got 2 more today. I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank you. Really cool.
Awesome. So, what was the kind of what caused you to create this project? You're obviously sampling iconic tracks, iconic Motown tracks, and interweaving them with what you do. What was the genesis of that? Why do a project like that?
Well, I saw Sack's response to the project that Brew Lee and I did, which was the Midtown Marauders. That's why I think you keep saying Midtown, because
I know.
we did a tribute to Tribe Called Quest, and it was basically, in addition, a Sacramento time capsule, and it used all of the Tribe Called Quest samples. So I was like, you know what? I really like doing these little remix kind of projects.
It's almost kind of like a mixtape, kind of.
Yeah, Midtown Marauders was a mixtape, and
Right.
this is a mixtape because
Right.
it's free. I'm using obvious samples. They're just free. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's fun. So in between these two, I did my album 3 in 2014. So sometimes you can't like push yourself too hard. I know people like do album after album after album, and put. Sometimes you want to make people miss you a little bit.
Yeah.
So in between,
Creative vacuum,
I'm going to be working on another album. But right now, this is kind of taking us through, and I just thought, I love my city. I work very hard to make people see how Detroit is off of what they see on major news networks like CNN.
Instead
and
of just
everything.
boarded up, like-
they show you bullshit. Like they show you a lot of crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's one facet. Detroit is just as big as Sacramento. I mean, we're very vast.
It's probably bigger.
So many, yeah, I'm sure, and it's so many sections to it. So when you just categorize it as this dilapidated, everything's a burnt down building, everything looks like a train wreck with graffiti, like that's just crap, So I like to pay homage to them all the time, but while still maintaining that I love Sacramento, because although people a lot of times say they're slept on in Sacramento or people don't support and yada yada, it's like. Me? This is the biggest response I've
No,
ever
you're
won.
blowing up. Sacramento loves you.
They gave me the first. I was the first female to win a Sammy for the MC. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like the love I get in California and in Sacramento especially is like just award winning. So I just like to do that and pay homage to where I'm from. And that's where it kind of came from, along with wanting to do some things that had to do with like the social climate. And track 3 on there is it's a shame. Featuring Miss Mariana.
Yeah.
And we're basically getting down to all of the things that we can't stand to hear about. Police brutality. We're talking about human trafficking of children and young adults out here. We're talking about the homeless epidemic out here. So back in the day, Marvin Gaye and the would make tracks that spoke to
That
the
mattered.
Vietnam War, that spoke to, these things. And I wanted to do that. I said, let's make a track that we can make almost like an anthem-like track that says, look, we're sick of this. We're not going to take this. It's a shame. We need to put that out there. So all of that, like, that's where these things are coming from, yeah. And Marty Bush produced and sampled all of those and made every single one of those beats.
Oh, so
Shouts out
Marty,
to him.
what?
Marty Bush did every track, like basically took all the samples and made.
Hey,
them
Marty,
beats.
you alright? You know what I mean? You ain't just some food truck, running mofo.
Oh.
You know, you got this.
Food truck run. Oh God.
Hey, the boy can
Shouts out
cook
to
though.
Bush.
Bush can cook though.
He can.
He be posting these pictures, and right now I'm like kind of on a diet because I'm old and I hate myself. But anyways, and yeah, and I see his posts, and I'm just like, no, I want the jalapeno poppers stuffed chicken burger with.
And he does make those kind of combinations.
He makes some
sends
crazy
those
shit.
kind of shit to me, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know how you came up with that idea. It's pretty. I don't know if I'm.
That's how you come
Nah,
up with
he's
it.
the truth. Yes.
Yeah, no. Monty's
Shouts out to
Monty's
Bush.
the homie. Monty is the homie.
And TPR in general. Shouts out to my camp, TPR in general.
Yep.
The People's Revolution.
The People's Revolution. We had Jordan and Adrian on the show.
Nice. Travel Levi.
Some
representing.
time ago when I had first started the show, before I brought Josh on, when it was just me, and then everybody, because Jordan basically became my co-host.
Oh, okay.
For
That's
that,
fun.
for that, and it was great. I was like, oh my god, and he's like saying all this smart stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And
That
then
sounds
later,
like Jordan.
everybody like, oh man, dude, Jordan was great. So. Josh, they're just like,
Nah,
no.
nah.
Actually, people love
I've nice. I'm just here to look pretty and have nice hair.
You do look pretty.
and it works too.
Thank-
He looks
That's
even-
why I'm here.
He looks even better on camera. I
Hang out in real life.
I look at pictures or the cameras. I'm like, I'd hit it. I mean, I'm not really.
God.
Well, you do. We're married now.
Well, true.
I
Yes.
heard that out there, yeah.
Well, it's big news. Big news. Well, so I wanted to ask you. You have a You're pretty politically. I'm trying to find a way.
He's trying not to offend me.
I don't
Hold
give
on
a
a
fuck
second.
about offending you.
I know, that's why it was a
Like-
joke. He shows that he
Fuck
really
you.
does that.
We'll start with that. No. I
Fuck
mean,
you too, buddy.
thank you.
South Park was back on the night. I can't wait. That's what I'm watching after I can't leave here.
You're very outspoken.
Yeah.
But you use comedy to talk about like some very serious stuff.
Oh, sure.
And I really appreciate that about you. What do you think is the effectiveness of comedy with also heightening awareness?
Because it makes you really kind of look at it for like, wow, it is kind
It's
of
kinda
like that.
ridiculous.
And when I sit back here and think about it, that's why South Park's one of my favorite shows.
God, I love it.
Because,
It's so good.
and that's why I can't wait to go watch it tonight. Because
Wait,
it's
are they
like,
coming up with a new
Oh,
season?
yeah. Is that the premiere?
Tonight.
Okay, because they
Yes.
said they were canceling it.
What?
No, it's 20th season.
Oh, this is the
Tonight
last
is
season
supposed
though.
to be tonight.
I don't know if
I
it's
don't know
last
if it's
season.
the last.
It's the
No,
20th
because I was
season,
hearing
though.
tons of stuff last year about that was
No,
it. They were
it's
done.
tonight.
been
They're
saying
coming
that.
on tonight.
What?
And all I
Shit.
know is
Trap's canceled. Show's canceled.
to answer his question though, it's like that's why it's my favorite because it's so satirical that people have to look at themselves like I sound like a shithead because I do this. Like that's so serious. Like down to the election and the shootings and then
it's gonna be so good.
and animals being confronted with children in front of them. Like there's so much stuff that everybody is upset and about. And one of my favorite South Park episodes, the like put all everybody's stupidity. Do you guys remember the season where they did the Christmas special and they had the Christmas play and they had to take down everything non-offensive that offended every single religion
Yes,
there
I do.
was?
Yes, I
and
do.
it was damn near stripped down to where they were they were like miming and like
Yes.
had like gray suits on, like
Yes.
happy,
Oh, yeah.
happy, everybody. It's like
Yeah.
a joke. Like
Yeah.
live your shit. Like I don't care what you worship. I don't care what you do. We're just here as people. So that's kind of like when I get on Facebook or whatever platform, that I'm on, I really am talking factually. I am talking about things that I believe in and that I don't like that people are like making other people feel like. Like even down to this crap with the NFL, the kneeling and all this other stuff. Like, dude, did you pay your bills today? Like, did you make sure that your family's eating today before you sat here and were like
Worrying
racially
about
hateful? You know what I mean? Like I just was wondering about that.
Like the time you took to write out this paragraph on Facebook, you could have done like 5 push-ups.
Right. You could have lost 10 pounds.
You could have sang the
You could've
national
done
anthem.
anything. Yeah. I mean, you could have done a bunch of stuff. It just gets down to the point where, look, are you really motivated and feeling this way, or are you trying to be this Facebook giant, this hateful racist, whatever it is you are, whatever? and it's just. But I don't see too much of that anymore because my block list is longer than a Walmart receipt. So I keep positivity in my channels.
Yeah.
But if I see something ridiculous like a news story or something like that.
Somebody
that's
like
in my
legitimately shares a Tommy Lauren thing and be like, "What she said," like,
yeah,
like, dude, somebody. Okay, so I made the mistake
or
of
in Coulter stuff.
of exactly of like following old friends, and like which from high school, from Yuba. And it's just a bunch of racist white people, like, I mean, with the exception of the racist Mexican people that are there, and the awesome Punjabi community. But yeah, I mean, and he shares this Tommy Lauren thing, and with the thing saying "mic drop."
Like he made he just earth shattered.
Like he's like,
just
mic
made the
drop,
point of the century.
Tommy Lauren.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait, dude, the only mic that should be dropped is on Tommy Lauren's head, but that weighs as much as a piano. Like, have you seen any of her stuff or?
Is that the
She's the one
the blonde correspondent?
Yeah, she looks like
Come
an
on,
ex.
bro.
She looks like an ex Vivid porn star, with like slight horse teeth. Yeah.
Bro, her and Stacey Dash should totally become like this awesome lesbian couple and adopt a hateful baby. What the hell, dude? Like it makes
just collectively raise the next Hitler.
And then it's like you kind of gotta know. Like, do you guys ever notice like body language plays in a lot?
Yeah.
Watch these people. A lot of them are getting paid to say what they say,
yeah,
regardless
totally.
of what race they are. You don't
Yeah.
even know. She might not even actually feel that way, but she's on the news to be a blonde bombshell saying this crap.
Yeah, saying the racist
and getting
shit.
all these people behind.
She looks like a skin bird.
Down to Trump. I don't even, who knows if this guy even really believes what he's saying. I don't know.
I don't think he even knows what he's saying. I think he just says stuff and then sees like, he's just like, hey, fuck Mexicans, right?
Yeah, you
And
know.
then
his ratings, and then his ratings go up, and it's like, oh, I should say that more.
Yeah,
look at
fuck
that.
Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like,
So
let me get a Mexican to say it.
It's just stuff like that. I have to comment and I don't like it when people. One of the main things on Facebook that I cannot stand is that when people comment before they open the article or caption before you even open the article you just shared. Half the crap these fools post is satirical.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like The Onion or whatever. You know what I mean?
Or they think it's a real post.
Look at that. Ha! Mic drop, like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this isn't even real. Like,
Ghost of David
that's
Bowie
just
shames
ridiculous.
Bat Boy, and you're just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I'm
So
just cracking up.
you were mentioning that you had kind of got started on the East Coast. It wasn't really hitting. It wasn't really taking.
Well, I got shelved. If for people that don't know what that means, it's like more than not, a lot of people touch major record labels. I cannot mention the record label due to contractual reasons, but
Yeah.
a lot of people have touched them and they give you, housing. They let you come to all the shows. You're smoking with people, you're drinking with people that are celebrities, but it's not paying your bills though. And it's not like making sure you graduate from college though and all that other stuff. So you're giving them all this time. And then a year and a half to 2 years later, you come and sit in front of a boardroom of people and they look at the things that you've been, recording and they all vote. Do we want to give this person a recording contract? Before all of that, it's all just a production agreement. You're not doing it. You know what I mean? So I gave 2 years of my life and the board said, you know what? Go on ahead and do more. We'll decide on it in another year or two.
Sure.
And by then, all my friends were graduating college. I didn't. You know what I mean? It's a learning experience for me. So because I saw that part of the industry so very young, I would been independent ever since.
You kind of.
And I don't even have a team. I'm my booking agent. I'm my PR representative. Food truck. I'm all that. Yeah. So.
Dread Twister.
Yeah. All that. No, that would be Mariana Sosa. That would be Miss Mariana.
Oh, okay.
If
See,
you need your locks done, you go to Miss Mariana.
let's
other than
give
that.
credit where credit's due.
But yeah, almost damn near to that.
Well, why do you think that you like blew up in Sacramento? Because it's exactly what
Did
you've
I
done.
blow up? Do you
I
think
mean,
I blew up?
you've lightweight blown up in Sacramento. I mean, I wouldn't say you're not like the Kings, like I don't know how you get to the top in Sacramento. Kings is pretty much it. I mean, it really is. If you're like the Kings official rapper, like court rapper, or whatever.
I think that the thing is,
But I mean,
that,
you blew up. Why do you think?
I think that people are. I'll put it like I'm supporting. I won't I won't say I blew up because I don't know that. Like, you know, but I'll say
I
that
blew up, motherfucker.
I think that people are supporting because I genuinely am a real person.
Yeah.
I genuinely hang out with all the people that come to, like, we network. I network with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
I know promoters because I'm friends.
Yeah.
Actually, before they blew up, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
you know, and they supported me. And another thing is, I think that people kind of genre box themselves, like kind of limit themselves. And I've worked with some of the best, you know, some of the best artists in different genres in this city. James Cavern, Mike, who does you know, soul and
I know
alternative.
you've been doing shit
Michael
with hella
Ray
different people.
is a blues and jazz guitarist. He plays with me a lot. I just performed at the Steel Dream Festival, which was amazing out in Belden Town. If you guys don't know about, Jesus, it was
Yeah.
a huge rave
Gamma's
in the middle
deal.
of DJ, man, shouts out to Gamma, and he got married out there. It was so sick. 4 stages with all these lights going on in the forest and all this stuff. And they had me out, and I'm the only hip hop person on the whole bill.
He got married
Oh,
at his
wow.
own show.
At his own festival, it stopped. It was in the daytime, and they got married in the middle of all.
That's
the
how you save hella money.
it was a huge.
This fool profited
that-
off his wedding.
Tyler's taking notes
Gamma,
right now.
you a G.
that thing was that festival was a pretty penny to go to too. I mean, you get what you pay for though. I mean, it's like Neverland. Like, it was cool. But my point is to say is that EDM, alternative, blues. The only genre I really have not worked with right at this moment in time is reggae, and I'm even down to do that.
What about country?
I will do what I think that I can stay in my lane with. That's the only one that I might. Now, that's not to say I don't listen to it.
Yeah.
But that's just like a lot of people say, Century, why don't you do spoken word? I actually started out doing spoken word, like in the poetry scene and stuff when I was a very young person. But it's kind of like,
You're like,
this
because
is what I
it's
love
not
to do. Just because you can do something
anymore?
doesn't mean you should do it. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of these celebs, even like the major celebs, I really hate when I hear a track that I don't authentically believe you would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let it be real. Let it sound like I would really do this.
Yeah.
So I think that I would let the country people do the stuff. I would go to a country show, but I don't know if I would do a country song.
Because it's kind of hard to. I'm just.
You know,
I'm trolling
if
a
they
little
figured
bit.
it out, if they figured out a way to mesh something with hip hop, there used to be a group called Cowboy and Thug back in the day. That they used to do like
I fucking
stuff
hate
like that.
modern country.
They would used to go to Soul Collective all the time and like perform stuff like that. And it was a guy that was like this realtor who like had to deny a guy on a house or whatever. And the guy that got denied on the house goes, yeah, you know, I'm a hip hop artist. And this dude is like, you know what? I'm 50 or I'm whatever years old. I want to rap. I want to do that. And they became friends and just literally started doing music together. And I thought it was just
That's so weird.
random
That is a
I
crazy
supported
story.
it. And so
Yeah, I don't
stuff
even
like
know
that.
if I like their music, but I
But
support
you
that
support
story.
the theory, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I like that
gave
story.
It a listen. And they're worse. I mean, at least they're doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I just
What
love
I
it.
love
I
it-
love working with people. That's all. So I think that's why. I think that's why it's a good response and people. And I'm talking about things that kind of matter to people. People go through breakups and need to be told your life isn't over. You know, people have.
But it
been
is
to
though
really-
if you break up with me, because I'll kill you.
that part. Or coming out the closet, being gay, all this stuff that I've gone through personally, and to have people come up to you, especially young kids or people that have lost a parent or lost and say that, wow, your message hit me. I think it's become relatable and people like it. Yeah.
How old were you when you came out?
I was 18
Okay.
and it really wasn't coming out. That was my first
I
experience.
have to go not get a ticket.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
has to go.
okay.
Now he's putting on the intern hat and going and paying our.
Dude, I refuse to feed any of these meters going to 10. I don't care. I'm going to lift my ass to that arena every single time. Or the garage. I won't do it.
Huh. Yeah, for us, we were running so late today. Madame
bro.
Fortuna forgot her hat.
Madame Fortuna was awesome. That whole call, like, that was awesome.
Good, because
Dude,
I
I
was
think I
not-
want you to do
or
that
she
to
was
somebody
not
else. I'm gonna talk to
prepared.
y'all. I want to get somebody with can we get Madame Fortuna to call a number? I'm gonna get that out.
oh yeah, no,
Oh,
she'll
for sure.
do it. I mean,
do they have to agree?
she's affordable too.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you know,
Cool.
I'm her booking agent. So.
Yeah, nice. I love the whole. It's like amazing. It's always like when the gremlins get wet, like you just totally spazzed out.
Oh, you don't want to see Madame Fortuna get wet.
Funny.
I had to pounce on that one. I was like, it was like she alley-ooped me on that
You're
joke.
crazy.
Okay, so what's next? I mean, are you going to be touring? Are you going to be doing some shows?
So
or-
coming up, next thing I have coming up is in October. That's gonna be the Fridays at the Barn in West Sacramento from the group Off the Grid. It's just a lot of food trucks and good and beer and stuff, and they'll have stages out
What are they
there.
going to do there in the winter? Just shut it down?
I don't know.
They're
how
like,
long
just
that's
open
gonna
in time
go.
for the winter.
No. It's actually been going on. I think it's gonna end at the end of October because it's already been happening.
Right.
Yeah. So that, and then November 5th, I'm in San Francisco. I'm doing an LGBT friendly event. So yeah, I'm just all over the place doing that. And right now,
Yeah, don't do any LGBT unfriendly events. That would be
LGBTQ. Excuse me too. Yeah.
LGBTQTS.
What is that?
No, Q would be the transgender.
Queer?
LGBT. No, T is transgender.
Oh yeah, right.
Queer is just we accept you even if you don't feel like you're accepted by anybody else. That would be like queer, no matter what kind of gender
I'm definitely
affiliation.
queer.
You are. You
I'm
are the
queer as
queerest mother.
fuck.
You're
I'm the
queer
queerest
so far,
motherfucker
no.
ever.
Queer doesn't mean
d-
gay.
No.
No, well, it means strange. I mean,
Yeah, it just means that if you don't label yourself as any other category that in the acronym, then it doesn't matter. We accept you.
well, that and also, I mean, because obviously historically queer was used to, to refer to a person who is homosexual.
They tried to make it
Queer?
it started derogatory, but we turned it, and adopted it into everybody.
Like another
Exactly,
word we're all
yeah.
familiar with.
Lord, cannot with this one. See why I had to turn my shirt around? This is why.
That's a cool watch you got there. What,
Oh.
what is that?
It's a touch watch.
A touch watch.
Yep. It's one of these watches that you touch.
And you touch it. Does it do porn? No. Because see, I'd have to turn it around on the ins. You know how people wear their
feedback. You gotta get an update.
how people.
The touch watch.
Well, you know how people like wear their. I hate it when people wear their watches on the inside of their wrist.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Ugh, it's like people that put toilet
It
paper on
reminds me
the
of the
wrong
people that
way.
used to steal them and open their coat and be like, you need a hair dryer, and then the watches be on the inside.
Yeah,
That's what
hell
that
of
reminds me of.
watches, just like that do that do da hey.
Yeah, and then but next up, look forward to an album in 2017. It's about that time again, so
Yeah.
that'll be my 4th studio album.
So if you need, to feature like a little comedy act, because sometimes
Oh, I'm down.
hip hop albums be having little sketches, holler
Between
at
you,
your boy.
I don't even know how we didn't get you on the Midtown Marauders. Probably because
played
you
me,
were all
that's how.
over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want someone funny on the album, ask Tyler. He probably knows someone.
No,
Yeah,
you gotta
Madame
get on
Fortuna.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
I'll-
definitely down for that. Josh Fernandez, Miss Ashley, all them folks got on my Midtown. So
I'm
I'll
trying to
get
be
you on another one.
everywhere, like Haku and Samurai Jack season 1. Like just everywhere you look, I'm like, hello,
You
Samurai.
can do one, but Madam Fortuna has to do it too.
I mean, I'll
Is
talk
that
to
the
her.
deal?
I'll talk to her.
Okay,
I
talk.
can't-
Oh, dude,
You have
get
some
White
people hit my
Jesus on
people.
there.
Yeah.
You gotta get White Jesus on there.
I can't. Oh yeah, we definitely got to get White Jesus.
White Jesus needs to be
Oh,
on the album.
they specifically say white Jesus now.
Oh no.
Okay,
my-
'cause I know I've talked to Black Jesus. so-
Well, yeah, there's Black Jesus. Okay,
Okay.
there's 3 Jesuses. There's real Jesus, Black Jesus, and White Jesus. And I know 2 of the 3. I know real Jesus and I know White Jesus. Black Jesus don't fuck with me. I don't know why. I
Oh, I
sent.
gotta introduce you.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Let him know. Let him know that his people fuck with me. I mean,
Okay.
we cool.
Okay.
But yeah, no, White Jesus. He's the one you see in all the chapels. He's in all the paintings and what have you. He's
Yes,
not real
that's,
Jesus.
that's how I know. Okay, but so you call him that now. Okay.
Well, I have it. Like, did you watch last week's episode?
Okay.
He's on the show. He is.
Oh.
a dick. Well, he's just performing with this new group. He has an album coming out with a reggae group off of Arcata Island Records, and the reggae group.
Oh, this is not somebody that Tyler turns in?
No.
Oh.
They're straight out of Scottsdale, Arizona. They're called Appropriation.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Okay, I see where you're going. God.
Appropriation. Yeah.
Oh, so Kim Kardashian's cornrows made an appearance.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I had to hit her.
She is. I can't. I don't know if I
You
can
don't
say
have
it.
all the answers, Tyler. That's my Kanye on your desk.
Oh man, we gotta have Century more. Sometimes you have a
This is
guest.
fun. This
Some-
is really legit,
right? It is because we can just like this show. We can let
You know, I went
loose.
to school if I had gotten my degree, I went to school for radio television. So I actually interned in DC at several radio stations.
Well, we're looking
Nice,
for an intern.
legit.
So
Yeah. I remember I used to control all this stuff. This is cool. I probably won't remember now. So.
well, you know, your talent now. You get to be on the other side of the
Thank
other
you.
thing. You know.
Yeah, Tyler's just gonna like knock me down a peg to intern, and like you're just gonna
Right,
be
you're
the new
straight up
thing.
cool.
Yeah. Josh,
That's how Tyler runs
don't worry
things.
about doing your don't worry about doing your research next
I'm
week.
so-
Yes. Fuck yeah. More time for a video game.
Yes, I know. God, I'm going through Dark Souls withdrawals right now. I haven't played in 2 days. You game, right?
I game, but I'm a very OCD specific gamer. I only play one game all the time.
What?
What is it?
2K, and it comes out on the 20th, and I will be on it as soon as it
What's
comes out.
2K? Is that a
2K 17. I'm very black. I'm very Detroit.
that was his?
And I used to play, believe it or not. You know, I used to play ball. So
What's
but yeah,
TK?
that's
Is that basketball
2K
game?
17.
Yeah.
So every year, just like Madden.
Oh, okay.
So
They do a
NBA,
basketball
2K
thing.
17.
My
something like
favorite thing is to get really high on legal medical marijuana. I'm a patient, and so I got to get really medicated and healthy. And have all of my symptoms alleviated, and, and then chill with my homies when they play these sports games. But then sit back and then act like I'm I'm the two. What are they called? The sportscasters?
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah.
announcers.
But you know what? I like to, even though I don't play the RPGs, like I love to watch them because
It's
it's like a
fun.
movie. Like not Call of Duty so much or the zombie crap.
But, like,
I
going to
like
Jordan's
to
house.
watch like Assassin's Creed. I will sit there Indian style and watch a friend play that for hours, like I'm watching a movie. On
Can
a
we not
quest.
say Indian style, please? Native style.
Native
Thanks.
style? I did not mean that the way it came out. I completely went back to kindergarten. Sorry.
See, and that's what you're talking about earlier, where I
That's
think,
the pipeline.
yeah,
dude.
for real. And we
And that's
actually
real.
They stopped it.
We actually did that. We did that story last week.
Okay.
We covered that story.
Know that.
Yeah, they stopped it
That's
because
the
of us.
pipeline.
He's
Okay.
native. He's native. Yeah, it was totally us.
Yeah.
He's native. He's Native American. I'm also Native American, and I have like a mentionable percentage. You know, like I can't get like a scholarship, but my
I'm a 16th Cherokee.
yeah, no, for real though, lightweight. I really have that. Like, so my great grandfather was the Masonic Sovereign General of the state of Washington, and he took and he had an Indian bride. Like his bride was half Blackfoot, half Cherokee. Which, if you think about it, in these times, that was like not cool. Like, to marry somebody who wasn't white was, like, not okay. But he's like, what up, bitch? I'm a fucking 33rd degree Freemason, and I'm the sheriff of the county.
Well,
so what are you trying to do? So, yeah,
Yes, that makes sense.
yeah.
I mean, my maternal grandfather, my mother's father, is literally half Native American. Which, what does that make me?
A quarter?
No, my mother would be the quarter.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
I'm not good at
But
math.
you're up to a certain time. And, you know, it's funny, you know, my grandparents are from the state of Georgia. So the tribe that they were a part of would have been from Georgia. But see, in the Midwest and in like, I'm sorry, but the way I grew up, a lot of people just didn't learn about that piece of them. We learned a lot of African American history like throughout the school year. We, you know, but you never ask your parents what tribe are my grandpa, you know. And then you come out to California and everybody knows their tribe and everybody, and there's like a reservation that everybody go like, oh,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? And then my friend I used to live with is talking about like, oh yeah, I go to school for free and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Mom, I am up to my neck in student loans.
No, and you could have
Right
probably
now.
legit went for
Yeah. I'm like, dude, this is why it was so hard for me to buy this damn house. And you could have helped me.
No,
Blame her.
that shit
Blame
can
her
actually
mom.
be pretty fucked up. Like my mom could have gotten that kind of stuff if her dad, like when she was born, like put his dad's name down on some form, but like he was too proud or whatever, put like his mom's name down.
Yeah.
Because if like you're like if you're like 50% like tribe 1 and like 50% tribe 2, the government counts you as half Native American.
See? So
Which is, like,
but see,
bullshit,
that's another thing
obviously.
is that my mother probably does not even know you know what I mean? Because it wasn't cultivated
Wasn't,
to
like,
see.
super talked
you
about.
should know about this. This is where you come from. So all I have is a picture of my great grandmother, who is long braids to the knees on a log. Like, yo, I'm out here. So yeah, no, she's literally sitting on a big ass log.
That's some Indian
It's
shit right
it's
there.
really cool. Like, it's a beautiful picture, but we don't. All I know is Lily. Where you gonna look up Lily?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you ain't got no
Just
last
Google
name, nothing.
Lily.
Yeah. So
No, I was brought up knowing all that stuff, but like
You've been to like
I don't,
sweats.
yeah, I don't like
stuff.
talking about it like, oh, like, well, like my grandma's like whatever, because I don't want to be that white dude who's like, oh, actually, I'm 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
I'm
probably give
16,
you
like
really
30
shit.
seconds of this, you know.
So I can say the N word now.
Yeah, but you know, I've been to sweats.
Yeah.
I've been to sweats. Those are pretty cool.
yeah. See what I did there? This is why I do say the kind of stuff I do on Facebook.
Oh, I love
Because you
it.
have to just catch it. I can't wait to watch South Park.
I know, right? Well, we need South Park because what's happening now is the left is becoming so extreme with the cyberbullying of like the shaming and this, and it's
Well,
like
both sides, the
and
left
it's-
and the right,
exactly.
are bullying the hell.
absolutely,
Oh,
and
yeah.
but it makes me, because I consider myself more left than right.
Mm-hmm.
It bums me out because I'm
left
like,
side are
dude,
being
you're making us
pussies.
look like a bunch of fucking Nances, and like, see, there I go, and I shouldn't even say that, you know, and I don't mean it that way. But
Right, talking about my sitting, he's talking about style, native style. You talking about Nance's.
it just slipped out. It's. I
Is
love
like
that word. I love
Is that
saying it.
derogatory in its origin?
It's almost
Yeah.
like saying fairy.
Well,
It
shit,
is.
what's not derogatory in its origin?
True.
Happy,
know.
happy, happy. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
See, yeah, but what you're saying, like on the left side, you have all these people. It's just like, oh, you can't say it sucks because that's like connotating like that gays are bad because like you know like
Because they
males,
suck each
yeah.
other's dicks.
But then on the other
You're
side,
like, wait,
you have the
what?
right. Like, oh, but then you have the right, like, oh, you can, you know, I hate being politically correct, but you say anything about something that they're for, it's like, how dare you say that?
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's getting way out of hand, the fact that we are in a generation where everything is right on your phone and in your face, and without reading, you are commenting and getting in arguments without doing any research. If
Yep.
we took all of this away right now and go back to when we were all like, you know, middle school.
You'd
We
have to
had
be
none of
smart.
this.
You'd
You
have to
just
be
had
smart.
to be smart. You had
But-
to watch the
But
news.
see, it's people like
you listen to what your parents
not
talked about in the house.
not using
Yeah,
it correctly because
maybe.
like with all this information you could find out
Yeah.
stuff about it way more than you could like 10-20 years ago, but people don't do that,
No.
you know, like sometimes people like get in an argument with me and it's like, yo, if you really want to talk about this, I'll fucking write you an essay, but like give me a week. Like if you want to discuss this shit, like let's literally like fucking research it, but like I know you ain't down for that,
No.
so like we're not gonna do it.
Let's
Yeah.
make your block list grow like mine.
Yeah.
My block list could wrap around this whole desk.
Huh.
Because I mean, it's like that, you know, it just gets too stupid. Like, you just have to be able to laugh sometimes. At the end of the day, what's going to happen is going to happen with politics. What's going to happen if we go to war, if you elect the wrong motherfucker, guess what's going to happen? You're
Yeah.
going to look up, and when somebody gets offended, oh, we have planes dropping bombs.
Yep.
Oh, this happens in America now.
Yep,
so
that-
you want to play with fire? Go ahead, play with fire.
Yep. That
You know what I
drone
mean?
life.
But I'm not about to argue with a subpar individual in thinking
Yep.
on the internet about it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm just gonna do my civic duty. I'm gonna go vote. I'm gonna go and, you know, live my life and make good music.
A great psychotic clown once said, asking the internet for
Which great psychotic clown? Now I want to know.
Yeah. Dude, there's like 3 that came to mind.
Is it the one from It?
No. Once said.
Is it Charles Manson?
Nope. Once said, asking the internet for context is like asking an asshole what pizza tastes like.
Is that John Wayne Gacy?
No. No. He wasn't great. He was just like horrible.
Is this a literal clown or someone you're calling a clown?
No, he's an actual clown, an actual professional clown.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Was it
about.
actually Bozo?
Nope.
Oh.
You'll have to look it up, folks.
All right.
Thank you guys.
You
for
have to rush to your computer and find out.
Yep. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm gonna leave you with a delectable sound treat from the Motown EP, song title "Cruise," featuring Monty Bush. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know where to look.
He remembered that too. He got rid of his papers.
I'm at the camera.
YouTube, Facebook,
YouTube.
Oh, that's
Facebook,
a Facebook launch?
YouTube,
That's
Facebook,
tight. Okay.
Yeah, we
I've
out
been
here.
looking both ways though.
radio.
Yeah. And radio. We're multimedia up in this piece.
Boom.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back. Same bat time, same bat channel, 6 p.m. on the 360 radio, on our YouTube channel, and on my Facebook wall.
And on the radio app.
And on the radio app. Tune
On
in.
the amazing radio app for the 2 people who listen.
Yes, for those people tuning in on the TuneIn radio app.
Well, I say.
Yeah, please whip it out. All right, well.
Yes, I know that.
Yes, it's the bow tie.
Indubitably.
This was awesome. Thanks guys for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on the show, Century.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
Thanks for coming
so
on,
the EP
definitely.
is the Motown EP. It's available for free download on SoundCloud. Check it out.
Bandcamp.
I'm sorry. Yes, on Bandcamp. Please check it out, and we're gonna cruise on out of here with Cruise. Cruise on.
Up in the morning, feeling important. Choosing up what I'm sporting. Loving all my ideas. Money feel better than Jordan. Jump man out the shower. Work is in an hour. See me fitted with a fitted. And my locks are full of power. Nautica on the neck. Feeling fresh to the socks. Before I leave my set, check the weather on my watch. It's Cali. Sunny skies. 70 up in March. Girls already rocking shorts. Guys already looking parched. Thirsty a little bit. I think I'll take a sip of this coffee. About to dip. Cause the traffic getting groggy. Take 80 to the 5. Queuing up Spotify. Turn the volume up to max. As I hit the 9 to 5, I hear a ringtone and I see Bush calling. Throw him up on the speakers of business. He starts talking. He says he got a beat. I should meet him in the booth soon as 5 o'clock hit. We gon' make these moves. Now let's come and take a ride through a day in my life and let's cruise. Laid back on the track, but I break my back to make moves. Come and take a ride through a day in my life and let's cruise. Laid back on the track, but I break my back to make moves.
No work on a Friday, what a pleasant surprise. Got my son some breakfast and wiped the cold from his eyes. Jumped in the studio looking for samples to flip. Can't flip them, then I loop them, see something has to give. I called Century, told her about these plans. Told her I'm in the lab and I'm doing the best that I can. She said, don't sweat it, keep doing what I told you. Took a sip of my Jack and brushed the dirt off my shoulders. I'm back in the booth, got loose with the fingertips. Bumping Smokey Robinson, polishing the snares and kicks. See, it's not carelessness, this is the perfectionist. I'm redoing the classics, so I better keep it extra crisp. Speaking bumping, told me to drop a verse. I said I hope you like it and I hope this all works. Trying to be the next Berry Gordy, maybe one day we doing something epic like a Motown Monday.
Come and take a ride through a day in my life and let's cruise. Laid back on the track, but I break my back to make moves. Come and take a ride through a day in my life and let's cruise. Laid back on the track, but I break my back to make moves. Another day, another dollar. I let the haters holler cause they wanna holler back and even ask me for a follow. Follow what? What, the leader? Now you wanna see ya? Where were you when I was writing Ola and Bonita? I don't even need ya. I'm just trying to make a way to make my mother proud and keep her smiling every day. So I stay paid, praise, and blaze in my own lane. When they hate, blame, shade from thoughts of their own shame. I cruise through this popularity contest and refuse to support the lack of concepts that's infused in a lot of these kiddos' mindsets. If audience was vision, there's a lot of blind sets. Oops, I digress. Pardon me, I'm just a rapper who likes to spark up and enjoys these green pastures. Still puts pen to paper when paying dues. Cruising from the boardroom all the way to the booth. Now let's come and take a ride through a day in my life and let's cruise. Laid back on the track, but I break my back to make moves.